Hi, this is not a very good hunting channel. Today I'm going to be in the back trying to rescue the corn plot. Here it is, early August. I'm going to be tearing it all up and replanting. Hopefully the weather works out and we get some corn growing for the start of archery season in October. So, see how it goes. Stay tuned. Okay, back here in the back plot. So as you saw in my other video, the plot has not been doing well at all. A bunch of them fell over. A few of them were eaten. This guy's doing pretty good. It's sprouting these things, so I mean. But unfortunately, there's like nothing nearby to pollinate to spread it to anything else. Here's the field now, so pretty sparse. A few in this row, a few in this row, a few in that row, down there. Two all by themselves over here, but a couple of you can see the ones that got knocked down and stuff. But yeah, that's because I couldn't plant it deep enough. So that was the issue. I couldn't plant these things deep enough. I also skipped a bunch when I was using the seeder. I noticed after looking at the film there would be a lot of rotations where the seed plate didn't pick up any seeds. So I'm going to be extra careful this time to make sure that the seed plate is picking up seeds and dropping them down. But I'm also going to tear all this up with the Chisel Plow. Hopefully get rid of more of these weeds, because a ton of weeds came up since I last prepped the soil. So that'll also break up the soil, and hopefully I'll have an easier time planting the seeds after that. But I mean, this is the second and final attempt. I'm running out of time, so I'm not going to be able to do this again. If this next attempt fails, well, then there's nothing going into the hunting season on this plot. So, yeah, well, I'm wasting daylight, so I'll get to it. Okay, just finished up a couple of dozen passes. See behind me? Knocked down a bunch of it, but yeah, I was pulling up some big rocks. It was stopping my machine quite a lot. I had to go down pretty deep with the chisels. I've since lifted it up, but I had it down to about 4 or 6 inches deep into the soil. I forgot to bring the Groundhog Max, which probably would have been an easier go of things. But I was just going back and forth. I would back up, I'd go in circles, and just to make some good grooves into the ground to, lighten up the soil so it's a little bit easier to push through. I still got giant clumps, so I don't think the spreader machine there, the Earthway, is going to. Here's a clump here, actually, look. So I'm pulling up giant things like this, and it looks like it's a rock, but it's just a clump of earth, but really, really, really solid. So, I mean, I'm not going to be able to push through this. Is that a rock? Nope, that's earth too. So, like, it's really compacted. You could see the rows I've made with the chisel plow. I went around the outside perimeter of it, and then I was going back and forth, backing up, and then turning around, trying to get the lines as straight as possible so it's easier for my my seeder to get through. But who knows if that's going to help anything at all. I took out a bunch of the weeds, but they're still full of weeds. Yeah, so I know this is, everyone looking at it, it's like pretty half-assed. In a way it is, because we've had to pack up a bunch of our stuff because the property is going to be probably on the market pretty soon, and we have to be ready to get out of here at a moment's notice. So I've packed up the majority of my food plot equipment. I just had to reassemble that chisel plow again, but my sprayer and all that other stuff is back at my house, so I'm not going to haul all that out. To do a good proper job, and then get a bunch of Roundup and stuff and start killing this off. It's already too late for that anyways. I should have been doing this in the spring, but again, we got notice that we're going to be out of here. Well, possibly we're going to be out of here in a short amount of time, or who knows, depends how long it takes to sell this place. But yeah, I didn't want to put too much into it. It's easy enough to bring the chisel plow out. If I would have had the Groundhog Max, that would have made a quicker job of it, I think. Do a couple passes with Groundhog Max and then do the chisel plow. But yeah, so I did a bunch of passes. I'm going to set up the Earthway, and hopefully this run through is a little bit easier to push through, and I can get the seeds down a little bit deeper. I got a new bag of seeds because I don't know how old that other bag was, but the most important thing here is to make sure that the seed plate is picking up the seeds and dropping them in their right locations, because after looking at that field or the plot, there's a big gap between when one was dropped and when the next one was dropped. Now, I mean, maybe they did drop a bunch and they just never germinated. That could be it too, but like I said, looking at the other footage when I was doing it, I zoomed in and I was watching that seed plate, and it didn't drop. There was big gaps between when it was dropping seeds, or sorry, picking up the seeds and then to drop them. So yeah, we'll set up the Earthway and get going. Hopefully it works a little bit better this time. Okay, well, the ground is definitely softer. It is a lot easier to push the cedar through now. I'm still having a few skips and misses, but I think it's because I'm hitting a bunch of clumpy earth, and it's making the cedar bounce, and so some of the seeds are falling out of the seed plate. So I'll just have to try to pay attention and, you know, hopefully even it out when I get to those clumps. So seems to be working good though, so that's good news. Better than last time, for sure. Better than last time. One problem is though is that because the ground is so worked up into kind of straight lines, the guide bar on the Earthway, I can't really see the scratch mark that it leaves, so I'm kind of just guessing as to how many lines over I have to do each row. But can't be any worse than last time, so see how it goes. Well, just when things were going along great, a nut fell off of the Earthway cedar right at the front axle. So that popped off as I was walking by. Now, because I am filling up the hole with my boots as I'm walking, it's going to be nearly impossible to find where that bolt went. Where that nut went. I don't have my metal detector here, obviously, but yeah, I'm gonna have to figure something out. I'll see what I have in the ATV. I don't really have any nuts or anything like that. I wonder if I could steal one from another piece of this equipment. Another piece of this Earthway. Maybe there's a nut that's similar, and I can try and just steal one of those, and hopefully it's the same size. Okay, I didn't have anything on the ATV, but both axle nuts are the same. So I took the rear axle nut off, and I drove back to the camp, and luckily I have a bag in my truck that has a bunch of nuts and bolts and stuff from jobs I've been working on, and luckily enough I have a 1/2 inch that fits perfect, and best part about it is I found 2 of them. These ones have a nylon lock washer on them, so they should not fall off again. So finally got it all done. That's it behind me there, full of weeds, but yeah, it went much better than the first time. So thank you very much for the suggestion of going back over it and breaking up the soil and not using the back blade, because that clearly just compacted the soil like crazy. So it was nice to get it all evened out, but yeah, I definitely should not have done that for planting. Yeah, so lots of seeds went into the ground. Hopefully these seeds will germinate a little bit better. They were going in much deeper, so using the chisel plow to make a bunch of deeper grooves and then going over it with the Earthway seems to be the way to go. It was much easier pushing it through, and even when I was skipping over grooves and just going over like mounds and stuff, it was breaking through it no problem, because I had broken up the ground so much better than last time. So all right, yeah, so like I said, it's early August. I don't know what I'm gonna get by October or even November, so I don't know. I'm not gonna be fertilizing it or doing anything like that. It's just throw it in the ground and you know, hope for the best. So yeah, that's about it. Attempt number 2, at least it went a lot better than attempt number 1. I'm just hoping that the results are a lot better than attempt number 1. But if not, oh well, c'est la vie. I'll, if I still have the property next year, I'll try again next year. So hopefully that was interesting, and hopefully you'll follow me along for the results. So enjoy your time outside, guys. Take care.
Mm-hmm.